Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors. In this episode, we're going to attack a 17-foot single advantaged tree stand by Primal. Stay tuned.
Hey, if you like what these two dumbasses are doing, please hit the like button and subscribe today.
Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by two dumbasses. Today we're going to install, or build actually, the single advantage extra wide 17-foot tree stand from Primal. This is my second and third tree stand from Primal. Really like how they're assembled. Joel?
Yep, and we've got one of those on video now, and then one to be released. Sam and I, my wife and I, just put one up. It was the silencer, so that should be out when this episode is cut. I don't think any of us have hunted out of them yet, but we're starting to get a pretty good collection of these Primals.
You know, and just from a customer service perspective, a plug for Primal, and they're from Primal Tree Stands, and they're not a sponsor. I assembled one last fall, and it was a little late, so I decided to put it up in my shed, and I had the ladder put up, and it's got a nice cushion built into the ladder stand, and but I had it all folded up, and a squirrel, raccoon, something pulled it down and was tearing up the bottom. So I was pretty frustrated with that, by the way. And so anyway, I reached out to Primal Tree Stands about this. They said, hey, it's a year warranty, and they basically shipped me a whole new seat cover for that. So far I'm very impressed with them as a manufacturer. So we're gonna tear into this. Joel has graciously offered to help me. I wanted to get another 22 footer, but they have gone up about $140 since I bought it, and it must be catching on. So I have two 17-foot ladder stands that I purchased, and we're going to put those up on our property.
And for our viewers, Tim, this rough price point per?
I think $160, $170, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly, but it's right in there. I'll put that in the comments section when we release this.
Yeah. So we're going to do just a quick unboxing, show you what's in the box. We'll do probably just a few things on the steps, and then maybe talk about tips and tricks on what worked well and what we didn't like about this, putting it together, and maybe even installation into a tree. We'll see.
Okay.
Stay with us. Welcome back. Tim, we got this thing assembled. What's your first impressions and how'd it go?
Well, it's very similar to the 22-foot Mac Daddy, so pretty happy with the purchase. Looked up the price; it's about $240 and change on Amazon.
Okay.
So a couple little things I would say. Hey, just from an ease of assembly perspective, when you're putting on this seat, you really have to use like a wood clamp or etc. to pull those together to get that thing to slide on. Otherwise, it's easily a two-person job. Another thing that's just a little bit annoying is we got so many different sized nut heads. So you got to have all these different tools. That's probably the biggest con I have about this, is that they can simplify this just with changing the size of the head, right?
I think there was at least 3 different sizes of different wrenches we had to use, and you could easily go down to 2 and hopefully get to 1, honestly.
Yeah.
But and then there were some nuances on some of these steps you had to do. Even though they look like these jaws look and act the same, they're 2 different jaws, and then the strap that connects them, one has to be on the top, one has to be on the bottom. So there's just a couple nuances on a couple of these steps.
Yep, for sure. One of the best practices you brought when we put in these stands is as we're going and tightening these up, is to use like a paint marker, right? Because there's some of these that tell you, hey, don't tighten yet, etc. So as we went through and tightened them, we always painted the top of the head just to make sure it was done, and that way we knew we covered all those nut heads. So let's see what else. It's really really a unique system. So I think if you look at the picture that we have here, it really tells you how you install it to the tree. Now you've just put in, what was it, the silencer, the primal silencer?
Silencer, yep.
How does this single Manage Extra Wide compare to the silencer?
Yeah, as far as basic construction and then how you attach it to the tree, they're identical. It's got the jaw system and the strut system, but that's where it stops. So the silencer doesn't have a separate seat. It basically uses the frame as the seat, and it's not padded, but not nearly as nice a seat. It's narrower. I think this is what, 22 or 24 inches wide. I think the silencer is like 16 or maybe 14, much narrower. And then the where you put your feet, it doesn't have the feet rest, and then where you put your feet is about half the size.
Okay.
So, you know, other than that, construction-wise, it's the same. It's just shrunken down and smaller.
And then, you know, when you look at this we got the camera set, but this whole, what would you call that system, Joel?
It's a strut system.
Strut system, and how it creates a bow when it goes up to the tree. Pretty slick, or at least it seems slick, but you've installed one.
Yep, it worked really good, and its claim to fame is you can install it on, you know, odd-shaped trees, or trees that you wouldn't necessarily be able to install a regular tree stand to, because you don't attach the tree stand to the tree except for right here at the seat. And it went pretty slick with Sam and I putting up the silencer, and this jaw system made it really nice to install and safely. You know, that first trip up the ladder is always the big one, is of hooking up the bracket, and this went really well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate you helping. You cut my time down by easily half.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So thank you. And you have anything else?
No, we'll include some video of this as far as the strut system and maybe even installation. We'll go from there. But again, I want to repeat, we just like these Primal tree stands. We're not sponsored by them. We're not selling them or getting anything from this, right? But you know, if you can learn from our mistakes and what we're doing, that's really what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. So until next time.
Be safe, have fun, and get outdoors.
Thanks for listening or watching our show. We have some exciting topics and guests coming up.
We ask that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
We look forward to hearing your suggestions for topics,
Questions and comments. This is Two Dumbasses signing off. Until next time,
be safe,
have fun, and get
outdoors.
outdoors.